Just a reminder about the last round. The 3 Naughty Elves were campaigning for a chance to return into the game. The Nice of Elves each had varying strategies and reasons on who they wanted to vote. This made things quite complicated.
I went to Mackenzie, I said, hey, I feel like I'm going up, like, will you vote with me? And she was like hesitant at first, but then I was like, you know, because she had been talking about not wanting to get any of the girls out. But if someone's plainly going against me, I'm not gonna just not vote for somebody because they're, you know, a girl. Like, you're coming for me, so it doesn't matter anymore. So I told her, and I said, we were about to line up, like walking towards it, and I said, if she's coming for me, she might come for you. And then she nods.
Whoever gets this vote will have to break the tie.
And what did they do? They split it like I said, and it was still tie.
And that player is
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Jake. Jake, if you want to come stand up here, please.
Should we give him $100?
Yeah.
Honestly, once Jake was the tiebreaker, I pretty much knew he was not gonna bring me back in.
I mean, oh my goodness, thank goodness that Jake is the one to make this decision, because him and I have already built up a decent amount of rapport, so I'm super confident that he's gonna pick me.
There's just like no reason for anything. I feel like I'm playing the most chaotic game you can imagine that makes no sense. And I'm sure anyone watching this is like frustrated. I'll just send Justin. Because you were the first Naughty Elves. Thanks.
Justin, come up here, please.
So I kind of was like, okay, this is a best case scenario for me when the votes were revealed, because I still got to have a moment and I got to have some say in it, but I didn't have to turn my back on someone.
I just could feel it. I feel like he wanted to give Justin another chance, which is absolutely fair. There are no hard feelings.
When Jake was announced as the tiebreaker, I was really hoping he was going to pick Justin, and he did, so I feel like that part definitely worked out best case scenario.
Jake got to break the tie. He picked Justin to go back in.
Alright, Justin, you have now earned 2 coal.
Oh, nice.
One you have to give away, but after you make 2 more mentions.
You know, only one person gets to win, so even if I go out, can I pick someone that I would prefer to win maybe over like someone else? So it's a lot of going into that.
So who are the 2 nominees between Clay, Josh, Anthony, Amy, Mackenzie, Chan, and Carlos?
This is tough. So going into this, kind of my basis of thought is like, I want to get back into the game.
So once Justin was picked, I was pretty sure that I was going to be selected. So I tried to do this intimidation stare where I looked at him dead in the eye and I wanted him to say my name so that he could know if he was going to pick it, he was going to get it.
This is going to sound offensive, but I don't mean it to be offensive. For me, the biggest thing is I wanted to get back into the game. I have a feeling the challenge is going to be puzzle related, and I'm not great at puzzles. So I'm just going to try to pick the people that I think maybe I could beat, and some of it is because maybe I haven't seen you do a puzzle yet. So for me, I'm going to choose Amy. Next person that I'll compete against is going to be Carlos. So I chose 2 people that I felt I either hadn't seen them do a puzzle, or from what some people had said, maybe the puzzle they did wasn't super hard.
Okay. Amy and Carlos, you might have a seat on the couch.
Justin then picked me and Carlos to compete against. He thought that he could beat us in puzzles, he thought it was going to be a puzzle.
I will help one of the 2, and I will choose Jason.
I got the last.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you. Okay, Justin, Amy, and Carlos, hang out here for a second.
If I had the power, it was going to be Josh and Clay, I think, because as I was walking in, Clay, who did not talk to me the whole time, him and Josh, weird, he was like, if we make sure you have the power, like, will you put up 2 girls? And I didn't want to, no, because I told the girls I wasn't going to do that to them, and 2, I was like, I'm running out of people, so I'm like, I can't tell you you're going to be safe because, like, you're not.
I don't know how much validity he thinks there is to this me, Stephanie, Amy triangle, but if he's just not on the nice list, then it's not a factor to me.
He has kind of been joking with me that he's on like a revenge tour with everyone except for me. So I wouldn't mind seeing him come back.
I don't know him well, but I honestly think Justin winning might be my best case scenario. Amy is definitely with the girls who are, I feel, against me. And then Carlos, I can't tell if he's with them or not. I know him and I want to believe he's going to work with me, but I haven't seen it yet. I'm really hoping Amy will come back into the game. Me and Amy have a great working relationship. Carlos, I have trouble reading, and Justin's been out of the game so long that he's kind of been a non-factor to me.
In a minute, we're about to play a game called Match Madness. Have you guys ever played this game? No. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to flip a card over. Your job is to use your 5 blocks to match this pattern. When you say check, the other 2 players cover your pieces. I will look at that player's piece. If it is correct, they get the point. If it is incorrect, they're out for that round, and then you guys can continue. I'm going to flip the first card over. Whoever gets it correct will say check. I'll confirm that it's correct, and then they will flip the next card over. We're going to do this for 10 minutes. The object is to get as many cards as possible. Every time you get it correct, you get the card. Okay? If in the event there is a tie, so let's say you have 4 and you have 4, then we're going to do sudden death. We'll flip one more card over, and whoever gets that point wins. Obviously, as we explained downstairs, 1 of you will go back into the game. 2 of you will stay on the naughty list. Are there any questions? Okay.
I think Amy started talking about doing some different puzzles, and Carlos started talking about how he does like a lot of these games online. And so immediately, I made a terrible choice. These people know how to do puzzles. What was I thinking?
I was not confident at all. I was shaking in my boots.
I think Justin's fun and stuff. I just haven't talked to him. Carlos has been working with and, just getting good vibes as well. So if it wasn't me, then I would like Carlos to win.
This game starts now.
It's all about the appearance, and I was just there like deep breathing, like working on my breathing, because I was nervous as hell.
Felt like I was really out of my element, but first card goes by, and it's taking us all a decent amount of time.
We got a minute in. Cover your heads. Who's the check? Who's the check? Wait. You're correct. You can flip over the next card. Start the next one.
Got the first point. And I was like, okay, cool. So a little bit of confidence gained there.
Okay. Sorry. No, I flipped it and you flipped it.
Yeah. Okay, you're out. Carlson, continue this cycle. You're in the fuck. You said check?
Yes, sir.
Got the second one as well, so I was like, okay, cool. I'm on a little bit of a roll.
Yours.
When he got the first one, and I think he got the second one too, and I just nothing was clicking, and I was like, yo, what the hell's going on? Nothing seemed working. You think you're about to get the puzzle, and then the last piece just doesn't fit.
Check. 1, 2, 6, 6, yours. Carlson's yours.
And then I got one, and I was like, okay, I could do this. I can actually beat this guy. This guy's beatable. He was saying he was not good at puzzles, but now he's coming up here and getting 2 in a row.
A lot can happen in 4.5 minutes. Check. You're correct.
So I was like, all right, this guy's just a genius, and he's just gonna smoke us.
Check. Carlson's yours. Check. I heard it from Carlos first. Carlson's yours. We're now sitting down. Whoever solves this, Carlos and Justin will the max list.
By the end of it, me and Carlos were tied 3-3, and it just came down to who could finish that last one in that tiebreaker head to head.
I have this thing where sometimes I lock in. I kept looking at his side over like this player for a little bit. And he was not putting the pieces together. He was still building it from the beginning. So I was like, okay, just keep trying. And so he just finally locked in. And
Check.
must be wrong.
Which means congratulations, Carlos.
Good job.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get it, but I was super close. And I felt pretty good. Again, as someone who doesn't do puzzles a lot, I was pretty proud of myself.
Justin, when you see this back, you didn't know how good I was at puzzle. I'm not really good, but you found out a little.
We're back. Justin, our held up in charge from the last round, who was on the naughty list, decided to bring Amy and Carlos with him to the Slaydown. We played a head-to-head competition, and I can say, Justin, Amy, Carlos, Justin, you can see. Justin will stay on the naughty list.
Whoa! But congratulations.
But
Amy, one of us only comes in.
Amy or Carlos will come back, the other one will go to the naughty list. And I'm so sorry, but. Carlos, you're good to go.
Amy unfortunately doesn't come back in, which sucks because I'm losing a number. But this game is about adaptability, and I just gotta roll with the punches.
My true number ones in this game are Josh and Carlos. I need to have a conversation with Carlos so I can affirm to him that I'm with him. I just thought maybe like we'd pick up each other's vibes, which I think we have so far.
And I'm thinking I'm about things differently now in the game. Like now I'm like, I kind of like the girls.
Welcome to your next Krampus game. We are going to play a game called Tetris Tumble, and here's how it's going to work. You're going to go in the order in which you entered the naughty list. So Justin, Jake, Steph, Amy. You're going to roll a dice. Whatever it lands on, you will place it on the Tetris board. We'll keep going in that cycle. If you place a piece and it falls, you're out of the competition, and then we'll restart with 3 players, then restart with 2 players, and then we'll have our Krampus winner. I will tell you, the winner of this Krampus game will get to divide, or the 6 of them, into 3 chains of 2.
So the Krampus challenge, we did the big, I guess it's like backyard or the multi-huge Tetris game where you throw the dice and then whatever piece it is, you put it on the Tetris board, and whoever topples it over of the 4 of us was out. We kept doing that until the very end.
They're going to compete together, they're going to win together, and they're going to decide nominations together. If they cannot decide the nominations together, meaning if they disagree, whatever, then they will both be sent upstairs.
Based on the information they just received, the Krampus Elves decided to use this time to strategize, and winning the game becomes secondary. They talked for a while, so I'll just show you the highlights.
And I realized, like, hey, we can just start kind of game talking out here. It's just us. Let's talk this out.
This was good. Okay, so the Krampus challenge has started a whole new like storyline for the Naughty Elves.
Oh, thank God, because I was tired of editing this alleged women's alliance.
So, and I also don't know how true this is, but right before we got done, right before voting, Mackenzie pulled me aside, Steph, and said that everybody's saying that me and you and her had an alliance and we're all working together.
Oh.
Oh well, here we go again.
In talking with all the other Krampus elves, Amy did mention that there was like the rumor going around that Amy, Steph, and Mackenzie were kind of like all working together, and I was like, "Whoa, that's so weird. That's what I heard too."
Where did that come
Who
from?
said that?
That's what people were coming to me and saying too.
Do you want to say who, since we're against them anyways?
She had heard that from Mackenzie, but I was the one that told Mackenzie that. So it's good to know that whatever I tell Mackenzie, she's probably going to tell the others as well.
They brought up this rumor, so someone told them. And low-key, like, yeah, I was part of talking about that, but I was mad. Oh, seeing it on this note, it was so bad. So bad. People are just, they hate to see me coming in. Oh, 100, no. I mean, it's like, it's so transparent. But I really didn't like stir that rumor a lot.
Jake getting eliminated came over immediately and said, you know, hey, I'm getting the feeling that a lot of like the girls are definitely like, seems like they're pitting a lot of like the guys against each other and in the like challenges to get put on the naughty list.
Justin low-key did have my back because they asked him who was saying it. He was like, well, a lot of people. I was like, well, none of them.
I mean, but that's it was multiple people. It wasn't just like.
But I wasn't necessarily pushing that. I mean, if someone thinks I am, I don't have power like that. Now I also get some power in this game. Those three have like made it a divide already. So I was like, I just need to hurt them and give some other people a chance.
Well, that's the thing. I never even talked to Mackenzie this entire game, and that's why I was like, that was really, really weird.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I ended up being picked for selection.
I did a little bit of damage control. I was like, hey, let me like loop you in a little bit about this tea or gossip. And I was like, Clay started it with me because he really did.
So I need to win and it needs to be good.
People started talking more about what should we do to have an effect in the game. Should we talk about who we should pair up?
I just don't have a sense, I feel like a strong sense of like who would work well together in like the pairs with that the power. But I mean,
Do you want them to work well, or do you want
no,
them to
yeah, or if we don't, yeah. Like I just feel like I don't know who's.
Should we talk about any information we have? How do we want to go about this? It felt good because it actually opened up the conversation to more game amongst us.
Give a call to like a nice person. They can just be given a candy cane and it basically just nullifies it. Kept playing, but we also started strategizing and figuring out, okay, the Coles are maybe not as powerful giving to the nice list, even though it does like minus a candy cane from them. They can kind of counterbalance that by giving themselves or someone else gives them a candy cane back. So it nullifies it. But if we just keep the Coles amongst us, they can't stop us from giving Coles to each other. Even if they give us a candy cane, it turns into a Cole. It was a good conversation.
And if we don't do anything to them, then they possibly won't retaliate on whoever gets back in.
Yeah.
That's hard,
Yeah.
maybe. But yeah, and like I'm okay like not going back in, so like I'm willing to stack Coles on somebody. Like if we want to give somebody a good chance, I don't know how much they're going to come into play.
And then eventually we just kind of decided to let the game play out, but whoever was going to end, whoever won in the end, was in line with what everybody was going to decide.
I'm feeling like I'm in with the girls now. I have honestly been enjoying being a naughty elf with them.
So I won that.
All right, y'all, welcome back. We have our, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4th Krampus game. We played Tetris Tumble, which is one of my favorite games. And we had a winner. Amen. There you go. We now receive 2 Coles. And when we have it put up in charge, you will give your Cole away to somebody.
Okay.
Right now, hold on to it. Amy, there was some information I gave you. Want to share that with the rest of the class?
Yes. So because I won, I get to put you guys in pairs, because you guys are going to be competing in pairs for this next challenge.
Yep.
So whoever wins, that pair will decide who is going up for the elimination. They have to agree on 2 people. If they cannot agree, then they go up for the game.
Does that make sense?
Do the 2 people have to be from a pair or any of the
It can be
two?
any other
Okay, got it.
part of this. I had a video. Do you guys want to watch the video, or do y'all?
Yeah! This game is called Let's Have a Ball, and here's how it works. The winner of the most recent Krampus games will divide the remaining players into pairs of 2. The pairs will have 5 minutes to transport as many ping pong balls from one end of the yard to the other as possible. Players will only be using chopsticks. The pair that gets the most amount of ping pong balls will become duo HEACs. They must come to complete agreement or they will enter the slaydown.
We talked about it a little bit outside, but pair. You guys are sitting.
Okay, so our pairs are Chan and Clay, Josh and Mackenzie, Carlos and Anthony.
I'm quite surprised that Amy pairs me with Carlos. I haven't really worked with Carlos in the game, and I don't know if he is a huge challenge person.
All right, let's head outside.
And yeah, I feel confident moving forward, but I need to get some candy canes because your girl is poor.
So I talked to Steph a little bit, and I think Clay and Shan, there was something, maybe a discord maybe with them, or either they were working together, so we kind of paired them up quickly. I really do like Anthony, so I really wanted to give him potentially somebody strong also to work with. So him and Carlos I really like, so I wanted to give them a chance. And then Mackenzie, I don't know if she was one of the ones pushing the narrative to maybe get rid of me. She was the one that told me about the All Girls Alliance that she had heard, but I don't know if she was also kind of pushing that as vote for me versus her kind of thing. So I put her with Josh to kind of balance things off a little bit.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about working with Carlos. I think if I was to be head elf in charge, he was probably going to be one of my initial noms.
You cannot move until a ball gets dropped in there. You gotta wait. Everybody understand? Alright, elves ready. Go!
And apparently, Amy said that pairing me up with Anthony was hoping that we would win. I guess she hasn't seen us compete yet all season because from that pairing, I knew there was no chance.
Unfortunately, Josh was having a hard time picking up the balls. Everybody on the balance beam did pretty well. I think Clay and I were really, really fast.
People not in the balance beam seem to be struggling.
It's over here. I think we got like 5 balls, and by the time everybody else got like 10, so we're halfway there.
Check. Yep. Congratulations, Clay Jen.
Yeah, we had a really good rhythm, good communication, and once I learned how to hold them, it was game over for these teams.
Alright, let's head inside.
Clay taught me how to use chopsticks right as we started. I had no idea.
It didn't go well. We got smoked.
Well, that was a pretty fast Jingle Ball Brawl. Congratulations, Clay and Jen. Come on up here. Who wants a hat? Who wants a necklace?
I'll take the necklace.
All right, you each get, actually you each get 2 candy canes. So, Chan, you have 2 candy canes. Clay, you have 2 candy canes. Remember, you have to give one away. When that time comes, you guys know how this works. These 4 are now up for elimination. 20 minutes upstairs, and then we will do the competition.
Team gains, am
Yeah.
I right? Oh, we're gonna.
And then I pretty much immediately assumed that I was going in, which I still think that I am.
who I feel weird about is Clay and Chan, who I didn't think I would feel weird about. Going into deliberation, I know that Mackenzie is my only target. I'm not leaving that room without getting her as a nominee. It's either me or her.
Like, it's not like you're paying for it.
Yeah, but I'm not. Like,
The only thing you're not doing is not sacrificing yourself for her, which that she wouldn't do that for you. I'm sorry. She wouldn't sacrifice herself for you. She might pay you, but she's not gonna sacrifice herself for you.
he's like, she wouldn't go in for you, and I'm like, okay, fair. I don't think she would either.
No, you're wrong. She also knows how to play it too.
I at least wanted to fulfill the one time I was in power. So it was very sad that, of course, I was paired with the one person who wants her out, or at least openly wanted her out enough to not want to negotiate.
Yeah. Talk loud, they cannot hear you guys. Okay.
Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Please don't put me up. I really like to work with both of you.
I try bargaining with them. I want to work with the two of you. Let me work with you. You don't put me up, I'm loyal.
That's like really all I have as a pitch.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been too good at the challenges. I think people are starting to view me as like a layup.
I think people are looking at me as someone they want to be in a Santa's showdown with. But that would be stupid for them to give me up for someone else. They should want me available to be in the bottom when their asses are on the line.
Yeah, for sure. Well, again, if you don't put me up, I'm loyal. Like, it's like the people like I had promised loyalty in the past were Amy and Steph, because they like gave me a candy cane and made sure I was safe. Neither of them are left in the game.
The people I was loyal to before were Amy and Steph, because neither of them put me up and gave me a candy cane. They're out of the game now. I'm up for grabs. Let me be a number for you two.
So I'm open to work with you two.
When I saw the two of them won, I was actually kind of excited. And the second I went up there and had a conversation with them, my stomach like fell to my ass. I think I could be in danger this round, and if I'm not, they should watch out because they just lost a number.
Would you be open to us both, like, saving somebody and then we pick from that? I try to pitch the strategy of, hey, we can each save one person and then let's decide together the other two. He was not having it.
Normally I feel like I would be, but I have one target on that.
So I'm not gonna budge. Chan can pick whoever else she wants. That's up to her, but I know that Mackenzie is the person I'm putting up.
He said, hey, we should each pick one. I pushed back. I just felt like I had a debt to repay. I'm not saying I was going to be blindly loyal to her the rest of the game. I know that she's a strong player. I'm not lying to that.
You can come in.
You still need a moment?
No, you can come in.
Okay.
We're talking in between everyone.
Cool.
It's just the easiest way to make sure you guys still get in.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I just kind of like assumed that I was gonna go in, just because I didn't know if you were gonna put me back in for nominating you. I would love to hear what you guys want to say first, or if you want me to just pitch, I can do that. I tried to be like transparent with you. I didn't say like, no, it's not gonna be a possibility at all.
My pitch was, I think that we are three of the biggest competitors here, and I think that it's just going to be the three of us rotating wins.
If you guys wanted to solidify something where we don't put each other up and then just like nominate the other ones, I'm fine with that. I think regardless of who I go in against, I have a decent shot if that's what we're doing. But obviously if I go in, I don't know if I can feel comfortable having like a working agreement moving forward. So I guess that's what I got.
What I'll say, and this is like separate from her, for me personally, like if you go in, because you're definitely on my radar. I mean, I get transparency is what we do. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
If you go in, it will be under me.
And I think by Clay's decision, it sounded like Chan wanted to save me, or at least from what they told me.
If that's like just so you know, like if you hear your name, know that I wanted you in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Not her.
And that if he didn't put me in this time, I would remember that and consider next time if I were to win, to repay that favor by giving him a candy cane, vice versa if I were to arrive on the naughty list, not put coal in his cup.
I like it's still nobody wants to be put up for elimination. I do believe like you are one of like the strongest players here. So I see the logic there.
I wasn't gonna like make any threats, but on my mind I was thinking like, okay, and when I come back in, it's just war. It's just me against you then. There's no what are we gonna do? Like
I'm sure we'll take shots at each other the rest of the game, me and her. So
I'll try to keep your
the
open
best-
case.
yeah,
The same
I mean, the
pitch,
best thing that
so that's
happens,
gonna
yeah.
be
Howdy. Hello. What you got?
I mean, we haven't really talked about like working together, but we sort of have, like in little ways. So definitely down to do that.
You talking to him or me?
Both.
Oh, okay. You're looking at him.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, like you and me, like we haven't like talked like game that much, but I haven't like taken shots at you. I've been wanting to work together, it just hasn't necessarily worked out that way. But yeah, if you throw me in, and that's the decision you guys make, but love to work together. If not, I totally understand too.
Alright. Yeah. We don't even know what yet, so
Yeah.
it's hard for us to
Can't
say
wait to
because
finish talking.
it's
no
hard for
worries.
us to say because we have two different decisions. So
Yeah, no.
thank you.
Like part of me wants to be like, no,
Yeah.
we're not doing it.
Yeah, but
Like,
then it's absolutely.
I mean, if we don't.
But yeah, for Clay, because I was like, I tried to threaten, I was like, we can go in, and then you knew I was bluffing.
Again, nobody here can throw themselves in to save someone. Like,
You don't think so?
no. I mean, maybe you will. Maybe that's the problem. Is that you don't listen to Bill, but
It's not that I just feel bad. I hate these games.
if you.
I think she could beat Anthony, but is she gonna beat me regardless? So do I just put Josh in?
My ultimate goal is to save Josh and Anthony. That's my ultimate goal, is to save them.
Josh could beat her though, which is good. He's not that a good player.
Okay, Josh and Carlos are going to be your stronger competitors.
I'm not playing
Compared to
Carlos.
okay, so then I don't know Josh.
Josh is
he knows
good.
things.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's good.
Okay. Anthony does
So
not
it's
seem
just,
to be very
do I
good,
think
but-
she will forgive me is the question.
Yeah.
Because if I think she'll forgive me, I'll put in Anthony. If I don't think she'll forgive me.
Well, if you want that argument.
This is like the worst play. Why did you record?
I didn't
I should have threw.
So my decision, I made a 1-round promise with Mackenzie. If I ever get in power, I will not say your name. And I wanted to fulfill that. However, Clay here was not budging, understandably.
I'm so mad. I just don't think she would have put me in.
Alright, welcome back. We had our deliberations, and as I said earlier, you guys have to decide 2 nominees. If you can't agree, then you guys will enter this lay down, and one of you will stay on the naughty list. Okay? Can I get your first nomination, please?
My first nomination is Mackenzie. You know, Mackenzie has targeted me since the beginning. She got me sent in, so that was my easy vote. I had to get you back when I can. It's all a game, but you know why. This conversation we had, so that's our first nominee.
So I thought the consolation would be to put in somebody who she would maybe have an easier time to beat. I am trying to do my best to fulfill as best I can.
It felt great with both Chin and Clay individually.
I'm sorry, Anthony, it's gonna be you. But it wasn't just that, because if Mackenzie did come back and Anthony went to the naughty list, if I happen to be the next 1 or 2 people out, it's just less good competitors to play against in the naughty, the Krampus challenges.
Okay, Mackenzie and Anthony, you're now on the naughty list.
So there were a few layers there. It wasn't just about, while I want to be loyal, of course, I know Mackenzie's a strong competitor. I'm not blind to that. I just felt like I needed to do something to fulfill the 1 round of promise that we gave each other.
I have the game ready for you guys upstairs if you want to head upstairs.
Actually.
So what happened next was...
Oh my gosh.
I think I want to change that.
Go ahead, Josh.
I found this when we had one of the outside games. It's called the Not Today Santa. As everybody went out to the game area in the backyard, and they all walked right past this. Literally just standing up on the pillar, tape there. So as they were all distracted, I peeled this off the pillar real quick and threw it in my pocket and hoped no one saw me. So that's fun. I don't normally find things, and now I found 2 things.